Happy Wednesday, everybody. Come on in, sit down, relax. If you've had a bad day, we'll try to make it better. If you had a good day, we'll just kind of keep it there. We'll keep it even.
Keep it right steady.
Keep it even, Steven. Dave Allgood along with you, Melissa Fry, Chief Meteorologist. And real quick, happy International Women's Day to you.
Oh, thank you.
And I am surrounded by not just an amazing meteorologist, you just happen to be a woman, but you're very smart and talented. And also Jennifer Summers, I want to say hello, a big shout out to my producer who's amazing. And she's from here, and she writes the words that I read every day. And so happy International Women's Day to Jennifer Summers as well.
Yes,
and you guys
she keeps us in line. If you ever see us just kind of stop, it's because Jennifer's in our ear telling us, okay, move along.
She's like rap. I get rap a lot, but it's really sweet the way she says it sometimes. No. Anyway, but it is International Women's Day, a long tradition for Alaska students reading along with the Idita-read race to Nome that helps promote literacy. I did an Allgood news story yesterday, and it's really fun. It's called Idita-read. I'll leave it there.
Looking forward to seeing that.
Yep,
also, a daughter helps out her family restaurant by showing off the menu on TikTok. The influencer who saw the post and helped turn things around for the struggling business. Some great news for you there.
Yeah, fun stuff. And it's always nice when people help out, and that's what our show is all about. You know, just a lot of fun stuff and community. It's all about community, man.
Yeah.
Anywho, I had some coffee. Oh, wait, what are we talking about? Weather, okay.
Weather. It's gorgeous. People keep asking me, is spring here? Is spring not here? What is happening? Is winter over? We know it's Alaska. This is just a little tease for us at this point in the season, but it is gorgeous, and we can enjoy the sunshine, and we have that for.
All right. Thanks a lot, Melissa. Good information. All right, here are your top 4 headlines at 4. One person was killed after some heavy machinery hit the Hillcrest overpass. The crash happened yesterday near West 25th. Anchorage police say a commercial vehicle was hauling the Stephen A. Cohen Clinic took home a big award on Tuesday from Duke University, which will help create the next wave of military mental health experts in the state. Georgina Fernandez tells us how in this Weeks Inside the Gates.
It's a step forward from
social media. It's just a tool for communicating, right? But it can reach a really broad audience, as one California restaurant found out when the owner's daughter used TikTok to promote their food. Here's David Begnaud.
It all started.
Yep, we all want good news. That was good news right there. All right, here's a look at what's coming up at 5 here on CBS 5.
We've got
You're watching Alaska's weather source.
And welcome back, everybody. Happy Wednesday. We've made it. And Melissa's over there. She's like Oprah. She goes, you get some sun, you get some sun, you get some sun.
We are giving it out, dishing out the sun. Also, the full moon, it wasn't light, but with that sunshine out there from sunrise to sunset, more than 11 hours of it, it doesn't matter what the temperature is, right, Dave?
No, not at all. You know, woo, that's what I'm doing at 11 hours. Are you kidding me?
Yes.
I'm happy about that. And I think we spring forward this weekend, too.
Yeah, this weekend, so Saturday night into Sunday morning, we set those clocks forward 1 hour. So our sunset will get an hour later.
Yeah, so ain't zippity-doo-dah, man. All right, thanks a lot, Melissa. All right, technology has changed the way we're entertained. We all know that. But one last video holdout is about to fold. Looking back at the heyday of renting a movie. We used to do that. I used to do that. All right, everybody, and you, Melissa, this is a phrase I can totally relate to. Be kind, rewind. Remember, it used to be that ritual to go and rent a movie and try to decide what you were going to get, and it took forever.
All of it. The little sticker, too, with the smiley face that said, be kind, rewind. Yes, love it. But as Mary Elmos reports, it's time to roll the closing credits on one of the last video stores in Minnesota.
You know, I found out his second job that he's leaving this for, VCR repairman. No, I've been wanting to use that joke forever.
Oh, my goodness. My kids were given some VHS tapes from an old teacher.
Did they go, like, they didn't know what to do with it?
And right away, they go, oh, Mom, we got some of those things that we can play in that machine that Grandma and Grandpa have at their house. That's what they said. Like, yeah, and they saved them until we went there.
And they were putting it in. It was like,
so cool.
Funny stuff. That's funny. They wouldn't know what to do with a touch-tone phone either, probably.
Yeah.
All right. Before the end of the month, you'll be able to buy your own copy of the second Avatar movie. There you go. You can go to that store. You can't go to that store. What platforms the movie will be released on?
And one of the best ways to get kids to read, make it competitive. How one Anchorage elementary school is following the Idita-read, one book and one book at a time.
In 1997. And we have the latest from the Idita-read Trail as we keep an eye on the front runners. And Melissa, she's in the Weather Center with our statewide forecast. Don't go anywhere. Happy Wednesday, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, the musher in first place has left Ophir and is on his way to Idita-read. Wade Mars left the checkpoint at about 9:30 this morning, and mushing is a very lonely sport. A lot of the times, mushers won't see another human for days on end while training, meaning that during the race, seeing someone else isn't a bad thing.
I love racing because we spend all these days and hours and months by ourselves with our dogs, and there's not many of us in the world. So when we come to a race, it's like, hey, you're crazy and alone and, you know, out there doing your thing too. How's everything going? It's just some of the same interest and passion to kind of, you know, kick some ideas around and have fun with. So even though they're competitors, so to speak, but yeah, it doesn't really matter to all.
That's Idita-read. He's always in high spirits, but isn't so happy with how the weather is shaking up so far in the race with it being so warm. He said that his dogs were panting even while resting on the straw, which is one of the reasons why he's taking some time in McGrath so they can get back up to full speed. The race isn't even halfway over, so all the decisions that the mushers make right now could really help or hurt them down the road. And being out on the trail by yourself can be a magical moment for some. Rookie Jed Stevenson spoke about his first time competing on the trail. He says it exceeds his expectations.
For me, Idita-read's it's more than a race. I think it's more like a pilgrimage where you really go deep into your soul. You go into the dog's soul and you learn like who you are as a person.
That's true, right? You're alone with yourself a lot. He says his dogs are tired but ready to go every time they are hooked up. He says their drive and desire to exceed their fatigue, which is kind of cool. And Wade Mars is leading the pack today. He was the first musher to leave Ophir and head for Idita-read. He left around 9:30 this morning. Jesse Holmes, Brent Sass, and Aaron Peck are in Ophir. Idita-read has left Takatna for Ophir, and the rest of the top 20 are in Takatna. And check out alaskasnewssource.com for all the Idita-read information. We have a live blog that's updated as new information comes in, so check it out. Take time to see what's going on. All right, here's Melissa. She's in the Weather Center with the latest trail conditions. Hey, Melissa.
Hey there, Dave. Yeah, we are seeing some weather picking up. Stick around, but not for too much longer. We're also going to see a cooling trend as we head toward the end of the week. And Dave, I'll have a look at that complete 7-day forecast coming up here in just a few minutes. And again, the sunshine, it's been so nice to see.
Yeah, it seems like we're having really good weather. The poor folks and our thoughts for the Kotzebue folks. They're having kind of a messy up there, but luckily we're having some sunshine here and some warm temps.
And it's getting better there too.
Yeah, very nice. All right, thanks a lot, Melissa. Several women of international fame were honored today in Abu Dhabi. Today is International Women's Day, celebrating the
New York.
You guys my age remember that commercial? That was funny. All right, it's the next best thing to being there, but warmer. The Idita-read. Now, some Anchorage school kids are getting cerebral while following canines in the iconic Alaskan race. That's up next in the Allgood News.
Play Idita-read iSource.
You know, when it comes to getting kids to read these days, you got to get creative, right? Make it a little fun.
Yeah, you do have to have a little fun. And that's exactly what they're doing over at Grace Christian Elementary School. Great teachers, cool kids, a pretty funny principal. Oh, and the Idita-read. Principal Chris Gione is howlingly happy with these little bookworms.
That's right. We got another report from the Idita-read trail. We want to say way to go to all the Idita-reads.
And what are Idita-reads, you ask? Why, it's all these little book mushers in here working their way to Nome, one word at a time.
We're staying in front of the Idita-read trail.
You see, these little doggies are following these doggies on this trail in the hallway here at Grace Christian Elementary School.
This is our Idita-read mural.
Little Shelly here is responsible for getting this 50-foot-long trail up and running and funny.
And I try to appeal to different senses of humor, like the snow people.
I get it. Bob melted.
To get kids to get excited about reading.
And these kids here in Mrs. Metzger's class, they're raring to go. Tell everybody what the Idita-read is.
Well, everyone has to read 60 minutes every day.
Every day.
Every day.
And we talked about this not just one day.
Every day. Like every single day.
So these kids spend 60 minutes reading every night. Minutes equal miles on this trail. Luke is a trail leader. How many books have you read?
I don't know, probably 100.
Today?
No.
Good. Have you been reading 60 minutes every night?
Yes.
Can I trust you?
Yes.
Okay.
And I give them a trail report, and I really just
you know, I just get a little crazy on there. In Grayling, we have the Mondial Miniature Malamute.
This is Chuck giving the daily Iditarod update as only Chuck can do it.
We have the cart Chihuahua arriving at.
You can't help but get excited when you hear.
We have the Simcoe St. Bernard.
These are the coveted prizes for the kids. What do we got here? Here,
Okay.
let me hold this guy.
All right, you have the golden bone. That's for second place. So you don't want to hang on to the golden bone.
No, I don't want the bone.
You want to get rid of the golden
It's
bone.
for losers.
That's for losers. You want to get the golden snowshoe. I almost called it a horseshoe, but it's a snowshoe.
You were
here
going
in
horseshoe. I
Alaska.
felt a little pause there.
Yeah, it's the golden snowshoe.
Okay. And guess which class is tail-waggingly happy to hear their team?
First place today, ahead of the Huskies, only by 4 miles, 3 miles away from safety, are the Metzger Mastiffs. Woo!
Noise that would make a librarian happy. And that's
Get out there and read.
the Allgood News.
That is so fun. I know a lot of elementary schools do it, but their principal really puts an extra fun spin
Oh, no,
on it.
he's all in. I like that guy. He's like me. If you're doing it all in.
Yes.
Chuck's a good guy.
And more good news, too. All the kids are winners, but Mrs. Metzger's third grade Mastiffs, they're in the story. They were the big winners. We were just told that they crossed the finish line today to take home that coveted Golden Snowshoe.
Yep, lots of reading. And thanks to all those wonderful kids. And, of course, Mrs. Metzger, Cynthia Hatter for sending me the idea. And, of course, the affable and shy principal there, Chuck Gionnet. He is French and Gionnet. So that was a lot of fun. Good
so
stuff.
fun.
Yep, all right. All right, here's Margaret Brennan with what's coming up at 5 here on CBS 5.
Coming up on this CBS Evening News, there's a nation.
We'll push our sunrise, of course, back an hour, but it will also push our sunset back an hour, which is nice into the evening.
Yeah, and lots of sun, and we lose an hour of sleep, though, right?
We do.
Yeah,
that's the tough part.
But the upside, more sun.
More sun
More
in the
sun?
evening. Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for listening. All right, the secret to longevity, a Minnesota man celebrated turning, get this, 106 years old, and shares his cheeky wisdom. We'll have that for you coming up next. A Minnesota man just hit a milestone. He just turned 106. Alan Henry was at his birthday celebration. Check it out.
I always tell them, keep breathing. That shuts them up.
Keep breathing. That'll shut him up. Yeah, that's funny. All right, 106. He can say whatever he wants, right? All right, a beautiful moonshot. Check it out. The shimmery red moon over Cincinnati. Why it's called the worm moon when we return. Hello. You know, there was a beautiful moon last night over the Midwest. The March full moon is also called a worm moon because this is the time of the year earthworms become visible, again as ground thaws in some parts of the country. The footage was taken by astronomer Dean Regis from the Cincinnati Observatory. You can see the shimmering edges. They said it was like looking at a mirage. Yeah, it is kind of cool there. Students at George Washington University are getting some gardening help before planting vegetables and herbs they need to weed, so they brought in some lamb mowers.
Right. So, the sheep enjoy following the shepherd's voice, so let's see if this will work. But I think they're going to be ready to come out and eat some weeds today.
Oh, yeah.
Are you guys ready to meet your sheep?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, my goodness.
Sheep.
Oh, my goodness.
When cute sheep show up and lambs, like, it really attracts a crowd and gets people excited about more sustainable ways to care for land. As they're going around, they eat a little of this, a little of that, and after 2 hours, they've done a lot, and a lot of things are gone.
They're so cute. We were like overhearing his conversation, how he got in the sheep mowing business, and we were really paying attention.
Oh, my God.
The sheep have the dual purpose of removing the crops by eating them and then fertilizing the soil with their droppings. We grow many different types of food, and all of it is donated to Miriam's Kitchen, where it goes to feed those in need.
Aw, sheeps. All right, last season, the garden produced about 600 pounds of food, which was donated to help feed people experiencing homelessness in Washington, D.C. Being at the right place at the right time, a lucky group of people who barely escaped serious injury. Oh, and Melissa, have another look at our forecast. Thanks for watching CBS 5 at 4. We'll be right back. Some near misses, one including a hero NFL player and his Uber driver.
And another including a pair of podcasters. Here's Jeremy Roth with today's Take a Look at This.
Watch a scary, unscripted Jeremy Roth.
I was a FedEx driver, and a tree never fell on me.
Glad you never had a close call, because those were all too close.
Yeah, they were way too. Those two podcasts are just sitting there. Oh, yeah.
They kept broadcasting.
Yeah, they did. That's true journalists.
True
right
professionals.
Yep,
yes.
yep.
We'll take a look at our weather conditions. We are going to see just a little bit of cloud cover heading into tomorrow overnight, into early tomorrow morning. But again, it's not much. Temperatures, they have been warm as we've been talking about, and we're still going to see unseasonably warm conditions again for your Thursday. By the weekend, that's when we start to cool things back down.
Yeah, it's nice out there. So you guys have a great night. Melissa, have a great night. And
you too.
CBS Evening News is next, folks. Thanks.